It's Hannah.
And Trevor.
And it's Disney Pinsomniac. And we just got back from the coolest event ever.
Oh my gosh. What did we just get back from, Hannah?
We just came back from our first ever pin trading event. Not today, but a few days ago. And it was so much fun.
It was really awesome. We were able to see the pin community in New York City just a little bit.
It was really cool.
Meet some friends in person.
Yeah, so we got to go to the 6th annual, to be more specific, New York City pin trading event, and it was so much fun. We have never done a pin trading event in real life. We've only ever traded in the parks with people and then online, and we really haven't traded much in the parks, so it was really, really fun. I could not believe how much we got to trade. It was so much fun, and like Trevor mentioned, we got to see some of our friends from the YouTube community in real life. I'm gonna have Trevor put a picture up here. We got to see our friends Nina and Jake, and we're gonna link their channels down below. I'm sure if you follow us or subscribe to us, you already know about them, but it was really cool to see them in real life.
What were some of your first sort of initial impressions after the event? Like what really struck you from going to that sort of event?
I should have brought more pins to trade.
Yes, and more boards to put them on.
Yes, and also I wish that I had prepared better with more limited edition pins, because man, some people showed up.
Yeah,
it was pretty amazing.
There were definitely people that were like just pretty much showcasing their like collections, I would say,
with some incredible
pins. And like I think that like a lot of those people probably would have been willing to trade just about anything, but they were like, they had a lot of pins and a lot of really, really awesome pins as well.
My other impression was that they should do that more, and that we should have a bigger room.
Yeah, definitely.
So the individuals who organized the event did a great job. They picked a really good location. It had a really fancy water machine that we were a big fan of.
It did have a really nice water machine.
And it was a nice building. They brought snacks. It was really great. They organized it really, really well. We just were like, man, we could have fit a whole nother, like,
they could have doubled the size, like had a venue twice the size of what it was. And it didn't feel like, it was like packed. It wasn't like subway, like rush hour packed necessarily, but like we could have easily done like twice the, because that way like everyone could have had their own table to set up, and it would have filled like a room twice the size for sure, I think.
I have to say that if you are not in the Facebook group and you are a New York resident or within the area, maybe like you're in like Pennsylvania and it's like close enough.
Long Island or upstate New York or something.
Yeah, I would definitely join the New York City pin trading event. We actually found out about it through Nina, and we're so glad we did, because it was so awesome to get to go. And honestly, it kind of rekindled in me the love of pins. And so we want to show you some of the things that really like sparked us. We definitely added to our In Search of Pins. There were some really cool pins. I was a big fan of some specific sets that are now going to be trying to make it on our list. And there was a Mulan pin that I almost cried when I saw it. There's just some really beautiful pins.
I identified a new set that I want to complete. I was aware of the set before, but seeing them all in person, I was like, I want those.
So yeah, it's dangerous. But we want to show you, what did we walk away with, because it was also so much fun.
These were the traders that we came to the event with, for reference. So we mentioned earlier we wish we brought more pins, but this is what we brought on that board.
And even if it may seem weird, but I almost would say I wish we just brought different pins. We brought quite a few pins, but I kind of wish that we had brought some more high value pins. Yeah,
definitely.
And I think if I had really looked through our collection and thought a little bit critically about some of the pieces, there were definitely some pins that if I had had the chance to trade what we had in our permanent collection for some of those better pins, I would have done it. But there's no way to know that, and maybe they wouldn't have even traded. Who knows? Yeah. So we're gonna get into it. So we'll start off with my least favorite pin.
That's rude. Didn't have to go there.
Do you want to share?
This is my absolute favorite pin of all time. Just kidding, it's not, but it's a really good pin in its own right. It's the Horned King from The Black Cauldron, a movie that I love because I love Tim Burton, and if you didn't know, it's basically a Tim Burton movie, okay?
Speaking of Tim Burton, we got a cute little Sally pin.
Yeah, look at that.
Little lounge fly. This is actually from the Heroes and Villains event. And we have a matching one, Mulan. And we love our girl Mulan. I love this pin. I love her fighting. It's her in my favorite format here. She's so cool. Speaking of Mulan, we got this, and I saw it. This is an old Mulan pin. And I saw it and I was like, that's coming home with me.
Yeah, we got that one from Nina. That's cool. Shout out.
Shout out, Nina. Our next princess pin that we got is this Tiana stained glass. Now we've opened this on our channel, this set, and this pin looks really good. If you remember, if you watch those videos, some of the pins looked really great and some of them looked really bad. Always happy to see that Tiana is one of the ones they did right by. And I actually really love her hair in this pin. Her hair is not always in this beautiful, more like updo look. Often they just put it in that slick bun, but this is so much prettier. I know. Now you might be wondering, what the heck? What do you know? Well, this is the other half of one of our pins that we have that's a little set. I love you.
I know.
I was really excited to get the second half of this set. We've had this Leia for a long time and I love it so much. I love like her side profile with the sandblasted details. Han is okay too, but it's nice to have the other one. And I was really excited because I got to trade for only one of them and I didn't need both of them, so that was fun. Our next Star Wars pin is a Loth cat. This just was really exciting. And I think that I identified today, or at this event, what my beef with Star Wars pins is. Disney does too many ships. Why are there so many ship pins?
There are a lot of ships, but they're so cool.
The ships are really cool, but the best part of Star Wars
is the creatures?
Are the people in Star Wars, the characters in Star Wars, and we don't get a lot of character pins, and when we do, they're kind of not good. Frankly.
I will say about this pin, I really love this pin, and I feel like after we traded for it, everyone was like, oh, well, I'm interested in that one, because it was on our board, too.
And we were like,
we just got
bummer. We got Donald Duck, and he's in his cowboy gear. I recently started playing video games, and I've been enjoying playing Red Dead Redemption 2 with Trevor, and so this is my Red Dead pin.
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw. If anyone plays Red Dead online, on PC,
I think it's cross-platform. I'm not sure. We played on PC. I'm not sure if it's cross-platform with everything. I'm not sure.
But send us a DM on Instagram if you want to be in our posse.
Yeah.
Okay, then we got this cute little Donald Duck, and I don't collect Donald Duck, but it's just so cute. And you guys know that I love me some little ducks. And also I think his tail is so cute. Look at that little butt. Okay, with that we're moving into some of our more special pins, and we have this Daisy Duck. This is a Disneyland Paris Haunted Mansion pin. And it is Daisy as Constance Hatchaway. I'm obsessed. It's a really good size.
So tell us, where does this one fit into our collection?
It doesn't, but guess what? It's a pin, and I saw it, and I wanted it, and I loved it, and
it's a good one.
My mom even enabled me and said that I've always liked Daisy Duck, and I'm a really big fan of Halloween, so it makes perfect sense. Our next pin we have here is also a Disneyland Paris pin, and this is a Cinderella carriage. This was actually my favorite trade of the day because we traded our full completed teacup set that we had of Alice in Wonderland, which was the Loungefly teacup that fit together. and it had sliding and spinning elements. We traded that whole completed set for these 2 Disneyland Paris pins. I love this. It's gonna fit perfectly in our Cinderella collection, especially because it is more of the aesthetic of Cinderella, which I love. Next, we traded for this open edition pin. This is I don't think it's a limited edition pin. Let me see. Yeah, this is not limited edition. It is just a really cool design. Speaking of the parks, we got this cool pin.
Love this one.
And they told us that they do not know if it is authentic or not, that they traded for it, so they're not sure. And honestly, we don't really know. I might try and find out online. It's an older pin. So this is actually a pin for Tokyo Disneyland. Trevor can probably tell us what it says in Japanese in just a second, but it's an old pin before the Mickey waffling. What does it say?
It just says Tokyo Disneyland, and then it says commemorative edition, opening day 1983.
Well, that's the English. Is that what it says in Japanese?
Well, no, it just says Tokyo Disneyland.
In Japanese?
Yeah, in Japanese. That's all it says. So this one very well could be fake. I'm a little bit unsure myself, but it acts like it's from the opening day. Isn't that what it says it is?
And honestly, if it's fake...
I feel like it very well could be fake.
If it's fake, it's a really good fake. It's really clear and it has a nice weight to it. A lot of fakes that we've seen are just not in good shape. So either way, it's coming with us and we're happy about it. Now we're moving into our our 2 last pins, and these are our more rare pins. We have here this Star Wars pin.
This might be my favorite of the ones we got. Just because I think it's really unique, and when I saw it I was immediately like, oh, I want that. That's really cool.
Now, we actually had seen it in the parks and I had added it to a list of in search of, but what is really cool about this as well is it is the artist proof of the pin, which is super cool. So it's a little bit more valuable because this is an open edition pin, but this is the artist proof of it, which is really cool. This pin was an accident. This is a limited edition of 1,000 pin that we did not mean to get. I mean, we meant to trade for it, but we didn't know it was Ellie when we traded for it. I don't think that I would have felt comfortable trading for it if I had known it was limited edition. We traded with a child, and I was actually trying to not trade for a limited edition pin, and this is the one that they picked, so
yeah, I can't remember what we
I can remember.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
The Stitch with glasses.
Yes. He was trying to get more Stitch pins, and we didn't really care. Like, we kind of wanted to get rid of our Stitch pin, and so like we just kind of ended up on this one, and then only later did we realize, like, oh, this is an Ellie of 1,000. So.
Yeah, we were really trying to trade just for the kid. He didn't really have any pins that we were super interested in, but we wanted him to be able to make the trade, and we really wanted to get rid of the Stitch. Mm-hmm. So we picked one and didn't know it was an Ellie. I would have again chosen something different if I had realized.
But he's probably happy with it. So.
We hope so. And this is our last pin that we're going to show you, and this is a very special pin. This was part of our Trade Up series, and we'll make a little cute short for it as well. But this is a limited edition of 200. It is the rabbit from...
Robin Hood.
Yes, thank you.
And is this artist proof as well?
It is an artist proof.
So it's Ellie of 200 and artist proof, which definitely was like our big one of the day, I would say.
Yeah, we were really trying to trade for that, so that's pretty exciting. Now, we are eventually going to do a giveaway with our Trade Up series, and so we're not super attached to like which characters we get. We are just looking to trade for the most valuable that we can. And this has recently been sold for about $55, so we're slowly but surely going up. So, that was a pretty good day of pin trading.
Yeah, I think we did a really great job. I think next time we know we're going to bring a lot more. So we'll be prepared.
And we're definitely going to bring some higher value pins because a lot of people showed up with some really amazing, beautiful pins. There were a lot of people who had gone to the Magic Hat Pins, which is the pin event for the year, and had brand new pins and were looking to trade. And we were like drool salivating, you know. So what's your favorite pin, Trevor?
It's really hard to choose. I think we did really well overall. I like all the pins that we got, and we have a lot of really awesome traders. I think like my personal favorite is probably this artist proof Star Wars pin. But I also really like the Tokyo Disneyland one as well.
Mine is Daisy.
It's an excellent choice.
It's just my very favorite pin of the day. There's no rhyme, reason. I love her. And it might have something to do with the fact that we had a really good character interaction with her when we were in Disneyland last.
Yeah, that was very funny.
Daisy's just like, I just aspire to have that much confidence. Anyways, what was your favorite pin that we traded for? We just showed a lot of pins. I don't know if we've ever done that many at once like that, and it was pretty special to be able to trade like that. Let us know which of these pins is your favorite, and have you been to any local pin trading events, or have you only been able to trade in the parks? For us, this was a first, and it was definitely worth the trip, so we're really glad we went.
Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you guys in the next video.
Bye!